Hi guys. I realized. Hello, and welcome back. I really hope that then no one will come back to this live stream because I realized that you asked a question on the other one, but unfortunately I ended it before I received the before I read it. Like you were typing before I read it, and then I thought nobody was talking, so I ended the live stream. And I'm very sorry about that. So here I am just going to wait for anyone that is available so that we can talk a little bit live one-on-one about the jobs, that are general farm worker jobs basically. So if you are out there, I'm just going to give you time because I think the what do we call it, the internet, it's slowing it a little bit, so you're not receiving what I'm talking in real time. So I wish somebody can tell them, then no one. Yes, his name was then no one, how to join this live stream. But anyway, I don't know. I should wait for somebody to join in, and then you can be able to ask me any question concerning the visa sponsored general farm worker jobs. Visa sponsored general farm worker jobs. So when you enter, please, you can type in your question in the comment, or maybe I can share the. I can invite you guys to come and talk to me. Let me see if that is possible. Invite, copy. Yes, that's copied. So, so use that to connect with me. I accept you. I can accept, I think, up to 4 people. So use that link to talk to me and ask me a question live so that we can have a conversation about general farm workers. Yeah, it is lunch hour. I hope that you guys are doing okay wherever you are. So somebody come in. Somebody come in. I know I didn't notify you because this is something that I have thought randomly. I didn't really plan about this. I saw that you had questions from the previous live streams, but I ended the live stream without really giving you enough time. So I'm here with enough time now to listen to you. If you want to ask by talking, I have already shared the link. There it is. So yeah, ask me anything. Ask me any question that you could be having concerning the general farm workers visa sponsored jobs. If you have a question, kindly go ahead and type it in the comment section, or you can join the live stream from the link that I have shared in the chats, and then we can talk about this relocation immigration procedure. So if you can hear me, please ask me a question. I don't know whether I should give you like time to join in because I can see you guys are joining and leaving. I don't know why you are leaving. It's a Q&A question. I mean session. So if you have a question, go ahead and ask. I'm waiting for your questions about visa sponsored general farm worker jobs. If you have a question, kindly and go ahead and ask. And you can also type in where you are joining in from so that I can know who I am talking to. Yeah, let me know who you are, where you are from, and your questions. Do you have a question about this general farm worker job? Anything that has been a problem to you? I wish I could access the no one. I really wish I could access him because he asked a question, but I will answer it in the in the comment section once we are done. So if you have a question, I can see we have one person already here. Who are you? And if you can type in, if you could talk to me, I would really appreciate it a lot, a lot, a lot. If you have any question, I'm waiting for your questions. Yes, so that we can have a conversation on things that are paining you, things that are affecting your immigration processes, especially and as a general farm worker. Do you have experience? Don't you have experience? Do you have access to, formats to writing the CV or the resume? By the way, the format, it's not like there is a standard format, but if you have, there are information that you must not include in the resume. For example, you should not include your passport or the image or anything that has to do with your photo. It should not be included in the CV. I saw somebody asking that. So you should not. Oh, thank you so much, the Knowan. I'm really glad that you are able to come back. So thank you so much. You are tuning in from Embu and you're following about truck drivers. I am watching your videos. Thank you so much. Wow. You mean you're watching about truck drivers and you're here talking about farm workers and you're here as well. Wow, you're such a supporter. Thank you so much. So what was your question? I saw you asked something. I don't remember very well because I thought, let me go back and create a live stream so that we can talk about this. So, what was your question? Kindly go ahead and ask again so that I can be able to answer you. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what was your question? Can you be able to, use this link to join in we talk, or you prefer typing? Whichever method you prefer using, it's okay. So I'm waiting for your question. I know the internet is taking a little bit of time to load, like to give the information I'm talking about. It is not real time, but yeah, just type it in. We can even talk about truck drivers. Oh, the CV, should it be in a specific format? Now, that is actually what you found me talking about. So, the government of Canada states that there are things that you should not include in your, what we call it, in the CV. Let me actually get that information from Job Bank website. So there are information that you should not include because it is going to be contradictory to the person reading it. Like it to the employers, you are revealing a lot of information when, for example, you show your face, when you show any other photo of you, when you give information concerning your marital status, like the way we do in Kenya, we write whether you are single, whether you are married, whether you have a family. Those are information that you should not include. And you should also not include your age, like saying I am 29 years old. That is not applicable, or that is not something that you should include in the resume. So let me share my screen with the resume that I have already created as a default to show you guys how to write your own resumes so that you can see the format that you should be using and the words that you should be including. Present, share screen, window, that one. Yes. So I hope that you can see this, the KNO. So from here, you can see already, I do not have anything concerning my personal details, like a photograph, age, marital status. Those are not things that you should include in your resume. But you should include your name at the very top of your resume so that when the employer is talking about, is reading it, they already know whom they are referring to. The other thing that is very important is to include your phone number, that which they are going to contact you with. So if they are impressed by the kind of resume that you have presented and they want to hire you, the phone number is very important. One more thing about the phone number: do not be afraid of indicating the 254 code or the code from the country that you are coming from. sometimes you have had in the previous videos, I have also said that you should include a foreign number. Sometimes getting this foreign number can be very hectic, and also if these foreigners, if they really have, I mean these Canadian employers, if they really want to hire you, if you have the qualification, the phone number will not be a hindrance for you. So you can indicate your Kenyan phone number. Then after that, you indicate your email address. After your email address, then your LinkedIn profile, if you have a LinkedIn profile, that is. But if you do not have a LinkedIn profile, then that is absolutely okay. After you have written that, then it's time you write your summary. If you had seen my previous videos about general farm workers, there was a very long story over here about how experienced this person is in doing agriculture. But I do a lot of research. For that, I can bring you updated information on how to be doing your application processes. So after reading so many recruiters' perception or views of how you should be writing your summary, I realized it is just a small statement of what you are, what you do, and the number of years that you have been working. So for this person, we have said it is an experienced farm manager, agronomist with 6 years of experience in farm management, crop irrigation, and cultivation. That is absolutely enough for him to apply for a general farm worker, okay, job. So once you have written your very summarized summary of your professionalism, you go ahead and write your skills. For the skills, you're going to write them according to what you have already done. Luckily for this person, he has been doing this kind of jobs. He has been doing farm, cultivating cabbages, oranges, mangoes, grapes, pixies, has avocados, apple mangoes. Like he has experience in all of this. But sometimes you will find, for example, for you as a truck driver, you do not have this you do not have this experience, or maybe it's not as much. Whatever you have, just include it as it is, okay? So once you have included your skills, then you go ahead and write your experiences. You start with what you are currently working in. For example, if you are hired by a certain company, you write when you started, the role that you are playing in. This is a farm manager, the company itself, and then the year you started and until now. So you say current. You would write the duties. For the current job that you're currently working in, you will write in a tense, in a present tense. So you direct, you manage, you monitor. So for instance, for this person, we have said directs planting and cultivation of fruits and vegetables, directs fruit and vegetable harvesting, operates and maintains farm machinery, directs and assists in pest and disease control activities, coordinates with marketing, production and administration. So as you can see, these are things that he is currently doing. That is why we are using the present tense. But for the jobs that he had done in the past, the jobs that you have already done in the past, you use the same format. You write the role you are working in, the company that you are working in, the date that you started, and the date that it ended, or the year that it ended. Then, when you're writing the roles, you'll be writing in the past tense. I hope we are together until that point. So you will be writing them in the past tense. And in this case, you're going to be saying, I've lost this, just a minute. So in this case, you're going to be saying what you did. For example, monitored animal health. Monitored milk quality through proper animal nutrition and traceability. Participated in dairy industry farm practices. Networked with dairy farming agencies. Kept records for effective farm management. So the basic thing about this is that you write it in the past tense, whatever you did. But also remember, you should include the information that is going to be relating to the job that you are applying to. So if you are applying to a job that is stating that you need to have skills in class A driving or in class B driving, then that is exactly what you're going to be writing about. Then you write like the same way for all the companies that you have been working for. After you are done with all the experiences you have, you write your education. These days, in the past, we used to start with high school, even primary school, but for these days, we are even indicating the degree or the university education only, if that is the level of education you have gone up to. But if you have gone up to secondary, for example, for you as a truck driver, I know most likely you went for, even if you went for the higher education, whatever, the high school is very important. So you can dedicate your high school education, your degree, and then you go ahead, you write the awards and certificates that you have received. For you as a truck driver, this is where you're now going to write the licenses that you have received so far, from the one that you started with when you started driving and the ones that you have been upgrading up until now in your current experience. From there, you write your language. So basically, the resume, as you can see, it's very simple. The only thing that is making this resume of ours to be very long is that he has a lot of experience from 2015 all the way to 2023. All right, but otherwise, that is the simplest format that you can use to write your own resume. The most important thing to remember is that you should not use your image, your age, and your personal details on the resume, but you should also include the most important things that are going to be related to the job that you are applying to, so that when this employer takes this resume to the applicant tracking system, then they can be able to see that your resume is matching with the job description, and then you are going to pass the ATS for the recruiter to use to read the resume. The human being that is after the recruitment department is going to read your document. So I hope that I have explained it in the simplest format that you can be able to understand. If you have more questions, you can probably ask and I will be able to address from that. So you can type it in the comment section. I will be able to answer them for you. Do you feel like you have understood what you need to do? Do you feel like now you can write your resume? How many years of experience do you have, by the way, in the truck driving industry? How many years of experience do you have? How long have you been working as a truck driver? I am thinking of using one person or taking a person, like for the example, the way I showed you in my, what do we call them? The letters that I've, good, good. I can see that you will be able to write. So I was thinking of using one person, for example, your resume, to be applying for the jobs in truck driving. I was actually going to create a truck driving jobs related content after the farming jobs. So how many years of experience do you have in the truck driving industry? Maybe I can use you as the example, and then we can work together in that industry of truck driving and see how long it's going to take us to get the job in Canada. How many years of experience do you have? And would you also like us to do that? Would you like me to use your resume as the example to show other people, of course, and also to apply for you on your behalf? Tell me, is that something that you can consider? Is that something that you can consider in terms of applying regularly? I'm waiting for your response. I see we have been joined by another person. You said thank you for that one. I think I can write one now. Wow, that's good. I have done tracking with a friend's truck, so experience is just less than 1 year. Okay, there are jobs that say they don't need you to have experience. So I think having less than 1 year of experience is good. So if you do not mind, you can share your resume, the one that you will write, with me on this email address. Send it on this email address. So that I can see how I can use your resume, or you as the person that we are seeking a job as a truck driver with. Yeah. So whenever I am doing a video about truck driving jobs available, then you are the first one to send the applications. I think that's gonna be good, right? Do you agree? It's going to be a good one, right? So that we can see whether we can make this become a reality. By the end of 2023, you, God willing, you can find yourself in Canada. Wow, I can see you are ready for that. So that's amazing. Thank you. So you can send it on that email, and then we shall see what will happen. Yes, so I am having one for that farm work jobs. So you are the third one. I also have one for a bus driver. So you are the third one, and we are trying to figure out and to see whether applying for the job consistently, applying them with the right formats, it's going to work for us all. So thank you so much, and I am so happy that you have been able to find value from our live stream. So if you have any other question, you can ask, and if you do not have, we can end it here. So if you have a question, ask. If you do not have any, we can just end it here and call it a day. Then we can communicate via the email I have provided there. So you will draft your resume and send it to my email. You have saved it. Okay, thank you. So thank you so much for joining me here and keeping me company and also interacting with you. I appreciate it a lot. So we shall communicate further via email, and we see what will happen from there going forward. So I think now we can call it a day. Thank you and bye bye. I don't know whether I should wait for you to say bye bye so that I don't leave you hanging. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I will wait for you to say something so that I don't leave you hanging here alone. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye. Thank you for staying with me. Good luck in your relocation as well. That's what I'm typing for you in your relocation. So, bye bye.